Hey everybody, I'm Emily Sanders, and like Lisa, it's been nothing but a blessing to be a part of all of this innovation that's been going on. So I'm so thankful as well for KVEC and the ALL, some of the best friends, and it's just awesome to be able to collaborate with other teachers. It's been an amazing experience, and Lisa, I don't think it's over. It's going to keep going. So that's what is so exciting is that it's not over, that it's actually just begun. But for my capstone project with the ALL, I wanted to focus on innovative learning spaces, and I've entitled it Cavalier Cribs because I didn't just want to do it in my classroom. I think that innovative learning spaces are so important that I wanted to think of a way that maybe I could share it with other teachers that maybe they would want to do it too. So for my project, I created a professional development. I offered it at my elementary school, and it wasn't this big O 1,000. There was 5 people there. there was maybe 10, but it's really neat. I think the thing that I'm most excited about is how other teachers in my building have become seen how awesome it is too and become passionate about innovative learning spaces as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start. My hopes for today is just to show you a little bit of what I shared with them in the professional development, some of the research I found, as well as pictures of what our classrooms look like now. And so I'm going to start with just kind of having you think about a little bit what I shared with my teacher friends at Jenkins. In 1890, this is kind of what a classroom looked like. This is 1950. You see the teacher in the front and the desk in the back. This is 1990. Still same situation. And then this is a classroom, I don't know what classroom, but somewhere in America last year. And there's a smartboard, and it's a very pretty classroom. It's very teacher-centered, I feel like. So has anything changed in 125 years? And that's kind of my action research is the problem that I've kind of wanted to dive into this year. Are students today different from their parents? Do they come to school with different capabilities and interests for learning than previous generations? If these changes are real, then schools are now enabled to move away from teacher-directed whole group instruction to create learner-centered workspaces for a collaborative culture of student at work. And then you can read this, so you can just see comparisons from 19th and 20th century, where it's very teacher-centric. There's not not a lot of flexible seating. It's really limited technology, and that wasn't that long ago. But for the 21st century, they need to be media savvy. They need to be technology literate and collaborative. I think that's a big one, mainly because our world is. We live in the 21st century, and our students deserve to participate in collaboration at their school and learn the way the real world is. And these are a couple pictures of my kids. And 21st century kids are digital natives, more so than we are. They're social networkers. They're keen to work on their own. And at home, they are equipped with computers, internet access, iPads, smartphones. And at school, a lot of schools, not all schools, and we're moving away from this. And this is proof of that. This Action Research Summit is proof of that. That at school, a lot of students still are sitting at small desks. They push pencils all day and do worksheets. And that is not the world we live in anymore. So my hopes is that we can get away from that. And this is a big piece of the puzzle that I found when I was researching that, yes, I want my room to be pretty and I want it to be fun and warm and engaging for my kids. But this is the framework for the 21st century learning classroom. And if you really want a classroom that is innovative and for the 21st century, then you have to have places in your classroom where kids can collaborate, where they can be creative, where they can communicate, and where they can do some critical thinking. So those are they call them the 4 C's, the 4 components for 21st century learning. I also shared at my professional development that I found this really cool article by David Thornsberg, and it's called Campfires in Cyberspace. And he named all of these four C's, and it just kind of, I really liked it. So I took some pictures of what it might look like in your classroom for elementary. This would be a campfire, so every classroom should have a campfire, not just in elementary schools, but even up into high schools. There should be a meeting place, a place where you can all come together and collaborate. There should also be watering holes, places for groups to share. And this, I mean, it could. That's why the flexible seating, I feel like, is so important, because in my class now, you can just pick up a ball chair and move it over here. Talk to your peers over here. If you want to go sit by yourself, you can pick up a chair, go somewhere else. So there needs to be lots of places for groups to share and collaborate. And these are some pictures that I found that may be watering holes in your classroom. They could just be tables. These are really cool that I think everyone would like. There's chairs that spin. There's some teachers at my school that just simply lower their tables and they put cushions around them. It could just be that they're sitting on the floor on a cushion. So there's all kinds of possibilities for watering holes where students can collaborate. There also needs to be, this is my classroom actually, there needs to be lots of caves, lots of quiet spots. And so I've challenged other teachers and myself to think about, how do you learn best? Do you learn best where it's really quiet? Or do you learn best when there's kind of some background noise? Something I didn't put in this PowerPoint slide was that I was a Starbucks junkie in college. Like, that's where I could really do my thing. If I wanted to study, that's where I would go. We don't have Starbucks in Jenkins, Kentucky, or even Pike County. But for my classroom, I thought, well, if I like background music. I like when there's a little bit of background noise. So, maybe as a teacher, I could put on some of that background music in my environment. And, some people are way different than me. They like it completely quiet. So I need to have some places in my room where kids can be really quiet. So this is just one example, and they can be everywhere. And I'll show you a few more in a minute. And then a mountaintop. I really want a stage in my classroom. I don't have that yet. But a place where they can celebrate. It doesn't have to actually be a physical place. I feel like it could be the holler. It could be Twitter, any place that they get to share what they have learned. But I really liked how he named all those. This is something that I'm so excited about that I want to go full out with next year, that I've already implemented a lot in my classroom, is just flexible seating. I've always been excited the first day of school to have all my kids' names on their desk, and kids like to go and find where their seats are. But I'm noticing, as I've been really going full out with this, that really isn't as important as I thought it was. So next year, I'm planning, we've been doing it a lot this year, but next year I'm planning on full out flexible seating. And this is a picture of my classroom. These are just I'm going to show you some pictures now. That was a little bit of the professional development. I'm going to show you some pictures of just things that we've tried at our school. This is a chalk table, and it's just a piece of plywood on top of desk, and you can write with chalk on it. It's really simple for word work and math. And this isn't part of the 4 C's. Well, it is, because you can do creativity and critical thinking using it. Listening center, and my mom and my husband made these. My husband made that. This is a picture of my book nook, and this is a really good quiet spot and misbehaving spot. But we've opened it up to where I'm able to see them at all times. This is a place for creativity. It just students have access to these just tools for them when we're doing writing workshop. This is another view of my classroom. This is a table you can write on with dry erase markers. And I've changed it a little. I changed my room around a lot. So this was at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to show you what we got with our grant money. So we got these, and the kids love them. And this is what I'm even more excited about is that I'm not the only one who got these in my school. There were 3 other teachers that are using them as well. And it has been so neat to see that how the kids can use them, and they understand the expectations, they understand the rules, that they're not toys, and it's been a great positive learning experience for not just my classroom, but for other teachers as well. and they're very flexible. You can move them a lot, and that's why it's so great for, I feel like, 21st century learning. This is probably just during like some independent time. We do buddy work a lot, and here's some buddy work sitting on the floor. We also ordered these cushions too. Some more pictures of students working. I just feel like it makes them so, especially in first grade, they can't just sit there all day. They want to get up and move around. We've got rocking chairs, we've got lawn chairs, we've got teacher chairs, and I probably sit in my teacher chair the least of everybody in my classroom. Stools, and this is another classroom, and another teacher ordered these, and we still have some things on the way that other teachers have ordered. So I think that's what's so exciting, is that they're seeing how awesome it is too, and they're wanting to do more things in their classroom. So now they're sharing it with other teachers. Other teachers are asking me about it, and the word's getting out, and eventually there will be no more 1950 classrooms. They'll all be history. And this is another classroom. I taught these girls when they were in the first grade. They're in third grade now. And she ordered these cool black chairs, and she has been so successful in her classroom. So how do we get started? Well, it all started with the mouse, and I think it's just to get started. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And there's a lot of different resources. I mean, I spent many hours just researching all of these websites. There's so many teachers doing this. And I just read a lot and, checked out what they were doing. So here's Edutopia, Edsergo, Klein Inspiration. You might want to jot those down if you're interested. And here's some 4C resources for the 4 Cs that we mentioned earlier. And that's it. Are there any questions? I really just wanted to share a little bit about what it looked like and what I... Sure. I didn't pass the handout out. That one? This one? Oh, sorry. This one? Yeah, but this has been something that I've just been so thankful and so excited about.